from Mr. Baryon on how to make a chair using Google SketchUp 7.1, Part 1. When you click on your desktop, Google SketchUp 7.1, this is the screen that will first appear. You will choose a template, the simple template, feet and inches, and then you will go to the button in the bottom right-hand screen of the box and you'll say Start using SketchUp. This next screenshot will appear, and you'll notice that there is a figure here called Bryce. He's standing between the green and the red lines, and there is a vertical blue line. He is there to show you the orientation in which you will construct your structure. So when you look up here, you'll notice that the selection key, which is an arrow, is the automatic default. You're going to click on Bryce. We don't need him in this picture, and you're going to hit the delete key, and he goes away. Now you're going to select the rectangle tool. You're going to come down, and you're going to find the origin between the three connecting lines, and you're going to click once. You're going to take your hand off the left mouse button and just move the mouse, and you're going to see that a rectangle will pull out. Now, take your hand off the mouse entirely, go to your numeric pad and type 18, and then the shift quotation mark, which will give you 18 inches, type a comma, and then type 18 inches again, and then hit enter. You'll notice that the rectangle has now turned to gray. The next step is to go and get the push-pull tool, which is the tool that looks like a rectangle with an upward red arrow. You click on that, and you come down and you hover over your rectangle, and you'll see that there'll be like a blue dotted grid that will appear. If you click and hold and you pull up just a little bit, that's all you have to do. Take your hand off the mouse, go back to the numeric keypad, type 4, and this time it's feet, so you don't need the shift key. Notice that it shows up in the bottom right-hand corner in the distance field, and you hit enter. Mr. Baryon then showed the students how if you use the roll bar on your mouse and you roll forward, you can increase the size of your object. If you roll backwards, it brings it back to its original size. Don't go too crazy in checking this out because sometimes it rolls right off the screen and it's hard to find again. If you hold down the roll bar on the mouse and you press and then you just simply move the mouse, this changes the actual perspective of your object. So we want to change the perspective of our object so that it is pretty much on the front face. Now we are going to use the measuring tape, which is in the toolbar. It looks like a measuring tape, and we are going to divide the front face of this object into equal portions, actually parallel portions, such that we can start constructing our chair. First, you click on the left edge of the rectangle, and then you start coming down until you see the blue line, and you notice it's a blue circle, and it says 9 inches, and of course half of 18 is 9, and then you click. Now that's your center point. Now we're not going to divide the next one in half, but we're going to come in from the edge, and we're going to come in actually a little ways, and then I can actually type a 4, and it should bring me exactly to 4. And if I hit enter, and then I go on the other side from the edge, and I drag in, and I made a mistake. So hold on 1 second. I'm going to edit, undo guide. I'm going to click on the edge, and then just drag it in. I let go of the left mouse button, type a 4, and then hit enter, and then it should be exactly at 4. All right. Now we have our guidelines. We're going to start to construct our chair. Go back up to the toolbar and select the pencil tool. Click on the 4-inch guideline on the top on the right, and we're going to draw down to create the back of the chair. I'm going to take it down about that far. I'm going to click, and then I'm going to take it over to the edge. Notice that my line is red, which means it's parallel with the baseline. And this line, when I drew it, was blue, which meant it was parallel with the vertical line. All right, now I'm going to go up and get the push-pull tool, and this is kind of magic. I'm going to put it over that selection that I just penciled out and just push a little bit, and it should go away. Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit. Now that that has gone away, I have the back of my chair. Now I'm going to create the legs of my chair. So this time I'm going to go back and get the rectangle tool, and making sure I leave myself a little bit of width of or depth of seat, I'm going to click on that 4-inch line on the left and drag over to the 4-inch line on the right, and then pull the rectangle down to the base of the chair. Once again, I'm going to go and get the push-pull tool, and hopefully this will work. I'm going to push it out a little bit, and it disappears. Now you have the rough outline of the chair, and you will begin to modify it in the next directions. If I hold in on the roller on the mouse, you can see that there are different ways of looking at the chair now.